It was Holi, the festival of colors and love, and the air was filled with excitement and joy. Priya had always loved this festival, with its vibrant colors and playful atmosphere, and she was determined to make the most of it this year. As she walked through the crowded streets, she felt a tap on her shoulder. She turned around to see a handsome young man smiling at her. "Happy Holi," he said, holding out a handful of colorful powder. "Happy Holi to you too," Priya replied, taking the powder from him and smearing it on his face. The young man was Rahul, Priya's neighbor. They spent the next few hours playing with colors, dancing, and singing along to Holi songs. Priya found herself drawn to Rahul, and they struck up a conversation. "You look like you're having a great time," Rahul said, smiling at her. "I am," Priya replied, beaming. "Holi is one of my favorite festivals. What about you?" "I love it too," Rahul said. "It's so much fun to just let go and enjoy the moment." They talked for hours, about everything from their favorite Holi memories to their hopes and dreams for the future. As the sun began to set and the festival started winding down, Priya realized that she didn't want the day to end. "Would you like to go for a walk with me?" she asked Rahul, taking a deep breath. "I would love to," he said, taking her hand. They strolled through the streets, still stained with colors and laughter, and talked about everything and nothing. As they passed a quiet alley, Rahul stopped and turned to face her. "Even after being neighbors, we never talked properly, and after talking with you today, there's something about you that feels so familiar," he said, looking into her eyes. "I don't know how to explain it, but I feel like I've known you forever." Priya felt a flutter in her chest as she looked back at him. "I know what you mean," she said softly. They leaned in for a kiss, and as their lips met, a burst of colors exploded around them. They pulled away, laughing, their faces covered in red and green and blue. "Happy Holi, Priya," Rahul said, grinning. "Happy Holi, Rahul," she replied, feeling a rush of joy and warmth in her heart. As they walked hand in hand into the night, surrounded by the echoes of Holi music and laughter, Priya knew that this was the start of something special. As the night deepened, Priya and Rahul walked silently, still holding hands. The colorful lights of the festival had dimmed, leaving behind an eerie silence that accentuated their mutual apprehension. Rahul broke the silence. "I know it may sound silly, but I feel like we have some kind of cosmic connection, Priya. I don't know how to explain it, but I feel like you're meant to be a part of my life." Priya's eyes moistened as she heard those words. She had felt the same way, but never found the courage to admit it. The thought of a future with Rahul filled her heart with a newfound warmth, yet the fear of rejection kept her lips sealed. "I understand what you're saying," she said, trying to keep her emotions in check. "But there's so much we don't know about each other. What if this is just a passing attraction, Rahul?" Rahul paused and looked into her eyes, trying to read her thoughts. "Priya, I'm not saying we should rush into anything. But I feel like we owe it to ourselves to see where this goes. What if we're denying ourselves a chance at something amazing by not taking a leap of faith?" Priya's heart skipped a beat as she realized the weight of his words. What if she was letting her fears of the unknown dictate her actions, and denying herself the chance at happiness? She looked back at Rahul, who was still holding her hand. "I don't want to miss out on something that could be great either, Rahul," she said, with a newfound determination in her voice. "Let's take it slow and see where this goes." As they reached Priya's doorstep, Rahul hugged her tightly and whispered in her ear, "Thank you for giving me a chance, Priya. You won't regret it." Priya hugged him back, her heart overflowing with emotions. She felt as if she had found a missing piece of herself and a sense of completeness that she had been searching for her whole life. As she went to bed that night, Priya knew that her life would never be the same again. Holi had brought her a new beginning, one that was filled with the promise of love, laughter, and endless possibilities. The next few days after Holi was filled with a sense of hope and excitement for Priya. She and Rahul started to get to know each other more, sharing their life stories, their passions, and their deepest fears. Each day brought discoveries, new surprises, and new reasons to be grateful for their chance encounter. Priya found herself looking forward to their conversations, craving his touch, and dreaming of a future with him. Rahul's warmth, kindness, and genuine care for her touched her deeply, and she found herself falling in love with him, more and more each day. However, as they started to become more involved in each other's lives, they also realized that they had different beliefs and cultural backgrounds. Priya was brought up in a traditional Hindu family, while Rahul was from a mixed background and had a more liberal view of life. As they talked about their differences, they realized that they were both passionate about their beliefs, but they were afraid of how those differences would affect their relationship. Priya worried that their cultural differences would create a rift between them, while Rahul feared that he might unintentionally hurt her. One evening, after a heated discussion, Priya broke down in tears. "I don't know if we can make this work, Rahul. Our differences seem so vast, and I don't want to lose what we have over them." Rahul pulled her into a tight embrace, his eyes filled with love and concern. "Priya, I understand your fears, but we can't let our differences define us. If we truly care for each other, we need to work through these issues and find a way to make it work. I promise you, no matter what happens, I will always be here for you." Priya felt a wave of emotion wash over her as she looked up at Rahul's earnest face. At that moment, she knew that she had found someone who would always stand by her, no matter what the world threw their way. Days turned into weeks, and weeks turned into months. Priya and Rahul navigated their differences with patience, love, and respect, and found a way to create a life that celebrated their unique backgrounds. They learned to appreciate each other's culture, understand each other's beliefs, and love each other unconditionally. Years had passed since that fateful Holi festival, and Priya and Rahul had built a life filled with love, joy, and happiness. They had weathered many storms together, overcoming the challenges that life had thrown their way, and had emerged stronger and more united than ever before. As they sat together, watching the sunset, Priya felt a sense of contentment wash over her. She looked at Rahul and felt a surge of love and gratitude for the man who had brought so much meaning to her life. "Rahul," she whispered, "I never thought that I could be this happy, this fulfilled. You have given me more than I could ever ask for, and I am so grateful for you." Rahul took her hand and looked into her eyes. "Priya, you are the best thing that ever happened to me. You have brought so much love and light into my life, and I thank my lucky stars every day for bringing us together." As they held each other, watching the sunset, Priya knew that their love was more than just a chance encounter. It was a testament to the power of love, the beauty of differences, and the endless possibilities that life could offer. They continued to celebrate the Holi festival every year, but it held a special meaning for them. It was the festival where they found each other, and where their love story began.